Sri Ravi Shankar, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for giving me time and talking to me on Frankly Speaking. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I have been told that this is the most peaceful thing that I will do in all of 2013, to meet you and to interview you. And I know a lot of your followers are watching today. Is there anything you'd like to tell them at the start of this interview? To all your followers who are watching this all over.
I would say generally every citizen of this country should now volunteer to be citizens of a better world and better India. Volunteering for a better India means taking responsibility, to do whatever little bit they can do to make the country a better place.
Shri, my first question to you is that I find that of late you've withdrawn yourself from the political sphere. Why is that so?
I was never in the political sphere, for your information, I was always a social activist. I was doing anything that I could do in my capacity to make things better around me, things better in the society. But I was never associated myself with any particular party or party politics. Of course, national issues like corruption or female feticide, this is not just a political agenda. It's a matter of concern for the entire population. So we all have to be involved in that.
By political sphere, I meant issues which get entangled with politics. You've never been in any political party or supported anyone.
I know, but you cannot compartmentalize life. Life is, you have to take it in a holistic perspective. When politics interfere in religion, definitely the other way is also happening in the society. And politics is what? Matter that concern people. And of course, spiritual leaders or any common man has a responsibility to all the social problems. And
when in the middle of the Anna movement, when we spoke on 2 or 3 occasions,
correct,
every word of yours, every instruction of yours and every sentence of yours was being followed not just by your followers but by the political parties. And there was a fear that given the immense clout that someone like Sri Ravi Shankar has, he can also use that clout in the political sphere. You would not disagree that politicians were actually scared of you at that time?
But you know it better. I think politicians should be scared of doing wrong things in the society. They must. Scam after scam after scam, and still more scams are coming. I think somewhere the fear has gone. I wish they are afraid of people.
So you think that movement was good? What happened in a year and a half back?
But all these movements create awareness in people. They just wake them up from slumber, and that's the purpose of it. Even with this incident with that Nirbhaya case in Delhi, and people got angry, and I think it's good. It's good that anger evokes some activism in people, but that anger should be channeled in a proper, in a proper way, in a creative manner. Otherwise, it's going to burn our own finger.
On the anti-corruption movement, you think that Anna Hazare channeled it better? At that point of time, he channeled it well?
There are flaws in any of these movements. There are certain things that we can always improve on. And one thing with the movement is it at least created an awareness and brought voice to those who would just take things as sab chalta hai attitude, But a lot need to be done. That's not enough. Just bringing about a law or a bill is not going to solve the problem of corruption in the country.
How did you get drawn into it? When this movement happened, how did you get drawn into it? Tell me about it.
A year before that, our volunteers, our youths in Delhi started on March 1st, 2009. Against terrorism and against corruption, our youth took a march, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
A year later, then a few of the people came together and said, why not we form this IAC, India Against Corruption? And I was on the inauguration inaugurated the panel there in 2010. And then the movement took a
Did you tell
very
yourself?
good shape in 2000.
Did you tell? Was there any? Did you tell yourself at any point of time? Did anyone tell you that Sri, this is now going to get political? It will be seen to be anti-government. Was that a worry in your mind?
No, it was obvious. It was obvious. When you have to fight against an issue, it will definitely be an anti-government at that moment. But again, it's not against any particular one-party government. It's a government anywhere. Anyone there is an administrative lapse or there is corruption, whether it's in Karnataka or in Orissa or in Jharkhand or in say Bihar, issue is an issue, and when you have to stand up against it, you have to do it sincerely.
You are a different order of being. You're a highly spiritual person, but most normal people, Sri would say that I have so much at stake, I have so many followers, and I have a large organization, so it's not just me. And if I get on the wrong side of the government, then people worry about that. Did that fear not come to you or strike you, Sri?
No, in fact not, because I keep myself very clean inside and outside. Nothing to worry, Now that didn't bother me that, okay, something is going to happen to my organization. No, I'm not so attached to a particular organization. I feel the entire country is part of me and I am part of everybody. And every organization, I feel, should take some responsibility. And we are part of that, our civil society.
If I were to compare you to others, and that would be I'm afraid some of your followers will say I'm crossing the line or crossing the Rubicon. But my own assessment would be, Sri, that you are not as politically aggressive as someone like Baba Ramdev. Would you agree with my assessment?
No, that's correct. It's a correct observation. My nature is not agitation, it is more meditation. I inspire people to do something good for the society. But you see, there are different ways of working. Baba Ramdev works in a different way, and my cup of tea is much different. But every sincere citizen of this country would want something best for the people, something best for the nation. And in this run of doing something good, we may have to face some obstacles in between, and we are not afraid of it.